In the heart of a bustling anthill, deep under a wildflower meadow, lived Roy the ant, a bright-eyed explorer with a curious mind and a satchel always packed for adventure. Every day, Roy listened to stories from the elder ants about the great world above, the glistening rivers, the towering grasses, and the warm sunbeams that danced on petals. One morning, with a crumb tucked in his pouch and a sparkle in his eyes, Roy decided it was time to leave the anthill and discover the world for himself. He climbed the winding tunnels and emerged into a glowing sunrise, where dewdrops sparkled like tiny crystals, and the scent of blooming daisies filled the air. Roy marveled at the vast sky, the endless blades of grass swaying like green towers, and the rhythm of beetle footsteps on the dirt paths. He ventured past curious caterpillars and polite ladybugs, each wishing him luck on his journey and pointing him toward places they had only dreamed of. By midday, Roy reached a bubbling stream, where dragonflies zipped like living rainbows and smooth stones shimmered beneath the water's surface. Crossing the stream on a leaf raft, Roy held tight as the gentle current carried him through tunnels of reed and light, whispering stories in the breeze. On the other side, a meadow opened like a golden carpet, filled with chirping crickets and butterflies that danced like confetti in the wind. Roy found shelter under a mushroom cap, where he scribbled notes and sketched the things he saw, every petal, every bug, every tiny marvel. That night, he gazed at the stars, feeling the thrum of nature and the heartbeat of a world both vast and welcoming, yet strangely unfamiliar. In his dreams, the voices of the elder ants echoed, reminding him of home, the warm tunnels, the soft moss beds, the laughter of fellow ants. Awakening with a start, Roy felt a tug in his chest, a longing to return not because he failed, but because he had found what he was looking for. He turned his leaf satchel eastward, marking each step and landmark. A curled fern here, a singing cricket there, a pebble shaped like a heart. The return journey was no less magical. He passed places now familiar, noticing things he had missed before. A nest of baby bees, the glow of fireflies. Roy climbed a tree root he had once slid down, waved to a beetle band, and even helped a young snail find its way to a shady clover patch. As the sky turned orange, he reached the stream once more, where a kindly frog offered a ride across on a lily pad in exchange for a story. Roy recounted his travels, his eyes wide and voice steady, and the frog hummed in delight as they glided back to the anthill side. Night had fallen when Roy finally saw the familiar entrance to his home, lit by glowworms and lined with petals placed by the young ants waiting for tails. He stepped into the warmth of the tunnel, welcomed by cheers and hugs, his satchel now full of wonders and his heart full of peace. Around the hearth, Roy shared his journey. His notebook passed from antenna to antenna, each page a portal to a new place he had seen. The elder ants nodded with pride, their eyes gleaming, for Roy had not only returned but brought the world with him in stories and sketches. As he curled into his moss bed, Roy whispered to himself, "Adventure is sweet, but coming home is the most magical journey of all." And from that day on, whenever young ants dreamed of the world above, they turned to Roy, the tiny ant with big dreams, who always found his way back.